back to The Spark is Love. My name is Casey Pacheco, and I am your holistic nurse. I am running a digital marketing agency. I am here combining coaching and marketing and growth and development all into one bundle. So welcome. I hope you are enjoying my content. Today we will be talking about self-sabotage. And in talking about self-sabotage, I just have to be honest with you. I do it. I have not perfected it. I'm not coming from that space. I am opening up a conversation because it is real, especially when you set a goal and you are very intentional on meeting it. You meet yourself. And sometimes it ain't pretty. Okay, so we're going to open up a conversation and we'll talk about self sabotage. We'll talk about what it is, how you can't just stop doing it because you want to. And then we'll talk about that relationship with growing your business and growing yourself and all of it. Okay, let's go. So, what is self sabotage? Okay, so yes, I could find a nice definition and tell you. Actually, when I was preparing this, I'm like, let me find a definition. And to me, sometimes that's sabotaging because you don't think there is like a discrepancy with what you want and what you believe, right? And I think that's the root of self sabotage, where what you want or what you say you want and what you believe about yourself or the thing that you want, it doesn't line up. So, for instance, right, like I say, oh, I want to be a millionaire, right? But if in my belief system, I don't go back and root out all the stuff I think about rich people, all the things I thought about, oh, it's bad to be rich, or it's not, it's not a good thing, or I just don't think rich people are good people. If I have all these things rooted deeply in my belief system, I could say I want to be a millionaire from now till the cows come home. It's not going to happen because I have real beliefs about money and about riches on my in my subconscious, that when I reach a certain level, I will start producing actions that will never get me. It will mess me up from getting to where I want to go. And usually this happens all the time, especially as a business owner. When you start marketing your business, I talked a little bit about before, like people can put posts, but if you have nobody you're like, yeah, I'm marketing, you might even have a social media manager. Yes, I'm marketing. But who's seeing the posts, right? Where is it going? Is it really going out there? Sometimes you create, like, look at me. I'm telling myself, you create flyers, right? But do you actually go from creating the post to actually giving it out? A lot of times that last step, that action doesn't happen because we hit that self-sabotaging behavior. And some people will say it's easy for other people to identify it, or sometimes we identify it. We're like, I know I started this LLC. I know I should get out there and start my YouTube channel. I know I should make a post. And we have 50 million excuses. But we know, if we're being honest with ourselves, we're really self-sabotaging. And sometimes you might be like, well, why don't you just stop it? Or other people might be like, that's classic self-sabotage. Why don't you just stop it? It ain't that easy, y'all. It's not that easy to just stop it. It's not something that you could identify and then just stop, because remember I tell you, it's deep within your subconscious. So if you think about years and years and years, like you might need some therapy. I'm just being honest. You might need to sit with a licensed mental health professional and really unpack some of those deep rooted belief systems that you might not even be aware of. I know when I sit with my coach and I'm planning, my financial projections, my coach, always, they will always bring back, like, remember from your childhood, remember that thing that was constantly said when you were going for more, right? It was always like, you're not grateful, or you're so discontented. So every time I go for more, I hear those thoughts, and my coach brings it into my awareness, so that when I hear it, I know, okay, this was from somebody else's values, this was somebody else's perspective of me, and now I just have to push through. Now I have to say, Is this my value? Does me wanting more in my business, more money flowing to my family, does that mean that I am not content with the money that I have? No. So I have to talk myself through this. And then I have to say, does it mean that because I want something different that I don't have gratitude for what I had before? No. So I have to actually go through with myself and change what was deeply embedded in my subconscious. And sometimes you make the changes and you're like, yes, okay, I'm ready to go. And then you realize it might be even deeper than that. You may have had other experiences that you didn't even think that you had. So that's why I always say, like, on this journey to be an entrepreneur, on this journey to be a business owner, I think it's a beautiful journey because you are your business. So if you are your business, you have to know yourself very, very well. And you have to also grow yourself very, very well. Because as your business is growing, you have to grow. If your growth cannot keep up with the growth of your business, you will self sabotage. You will sabotage everybody and everything. And sometimes I find myself like, Casey, why are you sticking, stalling, pausing, procrastinating? And I just have to breathe through it, right? Sit in a moment of reflection and realize that my growth in my business is outpacing my personal growth. So what happened? I have to go from reading a book a month to reading a book a week, right? Sometimes I have 3 books that I'm reading all at the same time. Why? Because if I want to, you see, we think we could go out there and get things, right? We think we could go and get money, get clients, get relationships, but you don't actually get anything. You have everything you need, right? As humans, we were made to expand. So the law of expansion says that whatever you have will grow, right? So if you have money, it will grow. If you have relationships, those relationships will grow. So I had to change my mindset from trying to get things into trying to grow things. And in order to grow things, you have to grow yourself so that you have the capacity to hold the things. That's why Jesus said, if you don't have, you ain't gonna have. Like, and you can't. And it seemed like counterintuitive, like, how could I, like, if I don't have, I need to get it. No, 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 no. If you don't have, most times you realize, I have a hair sticking out. It's kind of distracted. Anyway, most times when you don't have, you realize that the absence, when you realize that there is an absence of something, right? If you really think, we were created with everything that we need, right? So if there is absence, if you cannot conjure up in your mind to look within your environment and see the thing, even a little bit of what you need, if you can't conjure that up, you will not be able to conjure up anything bigger. Let me give you an example. If you say, for instance, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so broke, which I don't say, because that's not who I am, right? Anyway, long story, different episode. But just saying, if you're like, I don't have any money or cash flow, is that really the truth, right? Go in your wallet, go in your bank account. I'm sure, go in your house. You might even find a quarter, right? A quarter is presence of money. So then you say, it's not like, oh, I don't have. No, you have. You would just like this to expand, right? You might look at your bank account and have $5. Say, oh, I would like this $5 to expand, right? So in the expansion of everything that you have, you also have to expand yourself, which is the container or the capacity to hold everything that you have. And a lot of this expansion and a lot of this container is not in the physical, but it's mentally. And to mentally expand your capacity, you have to put in good quality information. You have to keep growing yourself. You have to find environments that feed or give you ammunition to grow so that you can have the capacity to hold what you say you're going after. That's why you find people going to conferences, investing in coaching programs. And so with our company, Preservers of Life, we have embedded coaching into our marketing strategy so that when you hit these bumps, you wouldn't just be spending money on marketing, but you are going to be marketing your authentic self, and you are also going to be growing at the same pace of growing your business. Okay, the last thing, because I'm trying to keep this short, is talking about coaching and marketing, that combination for success. Why I say it's a combination, you don't have to do your coaching with us, but as you become more visible, usually there's a reason why people aren't visible, and it has nothing to do that they're not worthy. There you find so many of the most talented people, and they hide behind their degrees, they hide behind other people's words where they're quoting a lot of books, like they don't have an original thought, and they really do. They have thoughts, they have experiences, they have so much to offer, but they often don't think of themselves as good enough to share. They don't think that they are worthy or the expert in talking about whatever topic they're talking about, not realizing that when you come on platforms like YouTube and Facebook and TikTok and all these things, people are not coming on these platforms to hear what other people think. They want to hear your perspective. They want to hear your viewpoint and your flavor and your authenticity and your being whoever you are. And in this age of information where there is so much information, just you can find out anything about anything. What people are looking for right now is you. They're looking I don't know, they're looking, yeah, they're looking for you. They're looking for your authenticity. They're looking for your perspective on a particular topic. They're looking for your experience. They're looking for what your thoughts are. So in becoming visible, I think there's often this perfectionism that goes, like when we look at ourselves and we're like, oh, that's not perfect, or I didn't say that right, or I misquoted, right? It's okay. It's okay, because they're coming on to see you. And when you remind yourself of this, this helps in the process where you don't self sabotage, right? And then I will always say this last point, always go back to the purpose. Our agency, we market because we know that you are here not just trying to make money or have a business, but this is actually your purpose. This is what you were created for. So if you were created to talk about this specific topic or to show up in this specific way, and you are holding back because of self-sabotage, it is your responsibility to work through those issues so that you could show up fully. Because if you think about what is the purpose of why did I even start my business? Is it because I noticed somebody in the community is not being served and they really would be served if they heard what I had to offer? Now, if you don't offer it because you're scared, then you are actually working out of harmony with your purpose. And when you work out of harmony with your purpose, you will never find success. It doesn't matter if you make money doing something else or not. You will not find success if you work out of harmony with your divine purpose. So, this is just encouragement that it's not optional to work on self sabotage if you are on purpose. You must work on your self sabotage. Some things that can help you is coaching, mindfulness, right? And self awareness, okay? Working on self awareness, growing yourself so that you could expand the capacity of yourself to hold whatever was entrusted into you. Okay, I'm done. I hope this was helpful. I am so grateful for your presence. If this was valuable in any form, please be sure to subscribe to our channel, like, and share with anybody you think this might interest. I thank you so much for holding on, and I will see you on our next episode. Thank you. Bye bye.